Alright, welcome to round one. This hand's a little bit sketchy. You got 4 lands and really only 1 early drop creature, but I'm going to keep it. We are playing second, so let's run it out there and see what happens. That, again, is the last card I want to see, followed up only by planes. I do have a ton of 2-drops. Well, quite a few 2-drops, not a ton. Boros decks won 1,000,000 2-drops, but we have quite a few. But we'll see. Alright, so we got a Simic deck. Alright, for mana purposes, we're going to run a Skin Brand Goblin out there. Probably eat a mugging eventually, so that our Assault Griffin might be able to swing through. It's not really a slow start that I'm looking for, or this is a slow start. It's not the fast start I'm looking for against a Simic deck. But Simic's kind of hit and miss for me. I've only drafted it once and I actually won that draft, but it seems like you don't have a lot of removal, and you have to kind of curve out pretty well against this particular deck that's going to start out kind of slow. It might be fine, but that guy's pretty good. Ugh, come on. I think here I'm going to attack, and if he wants to block with the Krasis, I'll mugging it. And if he wants to block here and trade, that's okay also. Yeah, and he didn't attack, so he may want to trade there. Yeah, that's fine. The fact that he wants to trade here is kind of scary. If he wants to just give away, I don't know why you would trade here. I guess he figures maybe I'm going to be so fast, but he's wrong. I'm going to be very slow. And the Elusive Krasis is real good, so I don't blame him for not blocking there. And I don't have a way to get rid of it. That I'm going to go ahead and mugging. Don't want that guy getting out of control. Oh my gosh. I think actually I might want to play the Assault Griffin first. No, I guess I can't do that, because if he gets to 2-3 I can't kill him. So, definitely stalling out a bit. Of course, that'll happen in a Boros deck if you draw 7 land. Again, I'm running 17 instead of the normal 16, but yeah, this game isn't looking like it's going to go very well for us. That's a good one, though. That is a good one. He's definitely not going to trade here, but I would happily do it. So we're going to play the Assault Griffin, see what he wants to do. And next turn we are going to have an Angelic Skirmisher, assuming we don't get counterspelled or something like that. Here I think I'm going to go ahead and just take it all. I can give my guy a lifelink and swing for damage. And if he's running the counterspell, I guess we just walk into it here, because, I mean, the options are run into counterspell, or, yeah, run into counterspell or play nothing. So, I guess if it's a counterspell, it's not good for the old Angelic Skirmisher, but let's see. The fact that he's got 3 mana open and he plays a Metropolis Sprite is a little scary, but I think gotta go for it here. We're just too far behind on board. Okay, well that's good. I guess I have to give my guy first strike here. Yeah, otherwise, yeah, I think I have to give my guy first strike here. Alright, well in this particular case, Angelic Skirmisher is better than Wojak Halberdiers. Still may not win us the game, but it is a better card than Wojak Halberdiers at the moment. We'll see what happens. I may give them all first strike. This guy will be a 3-3, assuming all three of them get to attack. The moment we're at 12, so it's getting a little dicey. Could take 7 here. I mean, if he wants to swing into my Angelic Skirmisher, which would be a little bit unnerving for me. In blue-green, I mean, he just played a Prophetic Prism, so he could play any trick now, but it seems like what you would most expect to see is like a burst of strength. Burst of strength wouldn't save these guys though, so I think I'm just gonna give my guy first strike, and if he has a way to get through that, then okay. So that's sort of what expected to happen there. Alright, that's unfortunate. Again, that makes it so this guy can't swing through, which sucks. But, if I give my guy Vigilance, he can kill him, and that's bad. And if I don't, I can give him first strike and swing for 4. That seems bad too. Taking 2 every turn isn't great either. What do we want to do here? I don't really want to take lifelink and swing for 4 and trade. That doesn't seem good. I would go as far as to say that seems bad. Is it better to swing for 4? In fact, I think it is better to swing with my Angelic Skirmisher, and then I'll play a Beckon Apparition and give it first strike. Yeah, I think that's the play. Again, the Beckon Apparition, I get a little bit tricky. So he's not going to expect the Beckon Apparition, so I'm still going to take, well, I'm not going to take 2 on the trample because the first strike will get it. So he's definitely going to attack in with these guys. So our crappy Beckon Apparition's probably going to do a good job on this Drakewing Krasis right here. I'm pretty sure this ability works on... Oh shoot, it does not. It does not work. I thought my guy would still have first strike, but I guess not. Either way, we're still trading. We'll take 2 from it, but that's unfortunate. I thought he would get first strike too. depending on what he does. Okay, I think at this point I have to swing with both and go lifelink, go up to 8 if it works. I'm pretty sure that's what I have to do here. That is what I'm going to try for. If that does not work, then in trouble. If this doesn't work, in trouble. It's got 4 mana. Alright, well that probably did work. And so it's going to be a Daring Skyjack. And Shamble Shark. Alright. Just can't take more than 8. This guy's deck looks pretty good. I think Elusive Krasis, got a Pit Fight, 2 Drakewing Krasis, Shamble Shark. That's good. That's a good Simic deck. That's a good Simic deck. We're gonna take 3, 4, 5, 6. If he's got no tricks, we take 6 and kill a Shamble Shark. But if that's the case, if he does that and he has no answer, then we just win. So that's all right. Again, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take 3, 4, 5, 6 unblocked. There's nothing he can have in those colors to get to 8. So that's 6 unblocked. So give my guy first strike here. And if a Shamble Shark comes in, that's where we're blocking, and if not, we're taking however many we get here. I don't think there's a way that this 6 can turn into 8. Alright, so what do we want to do here? So we get in for, it looks like we get in for 6, right? We swing with everybody. This guy's a 3/3. He blocks. The only guy he can block. He blocks the Skirmisher, and he takes 3. We gotta give my guys lifelink this time, because otherwise we just lose to this next turn. So if I give him lifelink, I swing for 3, 6, 10. I gain 10. Then I take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 7, 8, 9. I can block with this guy. Okay, well, I think that's the only chance we have. We definitely got to go lifelink here. I think we got to swing with everybody. This game's pretty close. I mean, it's almost certainly going to block the Skyjack with the Krasis, so they're both going to die. He's got to block the Shamble Shark on the Boros Elite. Of course, they'll trade, which isn't great. First strike would be better, obviously, but I need the life, so don't have many options in that regard. And now all of a sudden we got a lot of life, so lifelink can be pretty good. My Warmind Infantry can't block anybody. I don't see any way that a Simic deck can deal 12 here, so it's not going to really matter here. because I can't block anybody. So okay. So he's got his foot on the brake a little bit. That's probably wise. I think here, obviously I can't attack with the Warmind Infantry. He's got to block with the Sprite, and barring something crazy, he can't kill it. So at this point, I've got to go Vigilance. I'm pretty sure is what I got to do here. To make sure I'm not missing something. Yeah, I think that's what I got to do here is Vigilance. And my pit fight kills me, that's for sure. Another pit fight would be pretty strong. Alright, doesn't look like another pit fight. That's good. That would wreck our day. Alright. Looks like he's going to try to draw 2 cards here, but I don't know what kind of mana abilities he's going to really have. Alright, here I'm going to pick First Strike again. Probably doesn't matter, but I'm not sure what 2 mana card he could draw here to save him. Another flyer, I guess. Okay, so we win game 1. I think this is a pretty good Simic deck, so considering we slowed up pretty badly, I'm glad we got there. Pit Fight, couple Drakewing Krasis, Elusive Krasis. You can see how tough this guy is. I mean, unblockable and he just gets big. 3/7, I mean, that does damage, plus if you keep him back, he can block like anything. So that's a pretty good Simic deck, I think. But again, here, the Angelic Skirmisher, much better than a second Wojak Halberdiers. Just trying to keep track of that since I wasn't sure which way to go. I don't really have any sideboard cards. I would run a like Zurichi Tiger, I guess, but that's not going to do anything. Furious Resist. That game of Foundry Seat Denizen would have just been terrible. So target blocking creature gets +3. Yeah, I don't think I'm not trying to block. Plus he's got unblockable guys. So we're gonna run it back and go to game 2. All right, here we go for a game 2 Magic-a-thon. See if he plays first, which I assume he will, and also whether he does any kind of mulliganing before I shrink that to full screen. Alright, we're gonna pause. Alright, he's back. This seems like a much better starting hand. We got a 1, a 2, and 2 4s. So let's see what happens. Run it up the flagpole, see if anyone salutes it. Alright, so now we're getting there. This one's a little bit quicker of a start. But again, Angelic Skirmisher was a beating there, that's for sure. Gotta give the mad props to the Angelic Skirmisher. Maybe they're, maybe it's better than a, that's not a great draw. Maybe it's better than Clan Defiance. Obviously they go in probably different decks, but we're gonna run out the Fire Fist Striker. Don't have any haste guys, so probably doesn't matter so much, but here we would get rid of a Skinbrand Goblin to keep the Fire Fist Striker alive, or to keep the Boros Elite alive. So I'm going to swing. If I need to use a Skinbrand Goblin, I will do so. That would make my guy 3/2. That would make this guy 4/2. Yeah, that's what we're going to do here. He may try to block. He may try to trade here. Nope. Okay, so our deck is looking quite a bit better here. We're going to go next turn we're going to have quite the army if he doesn't have a way to remove our guys. This is the way your Boros deck is supposed to go. Haven't won yet, not getting cocky, just saying. This is how your Boros deck is supposed to go. Alright, well, he's got an army. Now a land would actually be pretty good. I wouldn't mind dropping some Assault Griffins here. He could attack with this guy. I'd be more than happy about that. I don't think he can play that aggressively, though. Alright, well that is not a land, but that is pretty good. So here I think... this guy will be a 3-3. Here's a 2-1. 3-3, 2-1, and 3-1. Who don't we want to block? This guy? I think here that'd be okay, actually. I guess maybe this guy we don't want to block. Not that the 3-1 first strike would be bad just to have out there, but it's not good against this guy. In this case, the first strike on the Blood Rush would be better. So I think if I swing these three, I want this guy not to block, and if he wants to trade here and then just lose a Flux Mage, I think that's okay. Got to attack with Fire Fist Striker. I mean, you got to be willing to lose some of these guys in this Boros deck because you just have to. And this is the guy I don't want to block, which is gonna, I mean, it's definitely gonna clue him in as to what's going on here, somewhat, because obviously this guy can just kill my guy if I don't have something exciting going on. Unless he just thinks I'm a really bad player, which is possible. Sometimes I am a really bad player. Now he's probably thinking, I definitely don't want this guy to be able to start moving counters around. So he kind of figured that out. He said, yeah, I don't know about that. So, this is an interesting call. We can let our guy trade, or we can keep him alive. Obviously, those are the options. I think I'm going to let him trade and just play the Skinbrand Goblin next turn. That's fine. I mean, this turn I'll play the Skinbrand Goblin. That's okay by me. Obviously, I don't need to play a Basilica Guards. That's going to be like a not anytime soon scenario. Here, I'll make it so the Flux Mage can't block. Actually, probably not. Alright, well that's pretty good. Not so good in that I can't play both at the same time, but he can definitely move a +1/+1 counter to somebody. So this will be a 3-3. He can't make his guys big enough to not die to this. Maybe it's better to just kill a guy and swing with everybody. Then he eats this guy and takes 5? Huh. Or I mean, I guess he could just move a counter over to him so he wouldn't die anyway. So that's not really a great option. And I would say it's not something that we need to consider at the moment. So I guess we attack with all three, make it against so this guy can't block, and if he wants to trade off someone, I mean, he could... I mean, either way, his guy can get to 3 toughness if he shimmies over here. I still think that's what I have to do, and I guess this turn I'm going to have to play a Basilica Guards if I don't end up running out the Shanktail, or Blood Rushing the Shanktail. So this time I'm going to make the Burning Tree not able to block. The Slaughterhorn's a better creature, I think. This may be the wrong play. I think keeping the foot on the gas here is good. He's only got 2 cards. I mean, if I draw one land, my Assault Griffin, I got 2 Assault Griffins. That seems pretty good. That seems pretty good. For now, I don't need to play a Basilica Guards, although Extort's cool. I mean, he's not blocking? Oh, it's not block time yet. He was just thinking. He's got a block. I mean, he can't take all that damage, I don't think. Alright, I think here I just have to... I mean, I got options. I guess I could do this. He's going to move this over here to keep his guy alive. Either way. I mean, I guess keeping my Fire Fist Striker alive is pretty good. Although that means that this guy stays at 3/4. Although, I guess it this way, he'll shoot this over here. This guy will stay alive. My guys will both die. No, I guess this guy would stay alive. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just let this go through and then play the mugging. He clearly expected me to do something here. So if he lets this... really the best would be if he let... I guess he could let this die, and then I'd mugging this guy and I'd get both his guys. Alright. As long as there's no counterspell. He could... I mean, he'll just move this over, but... counterspell's pretty bad here. Okay, that's kind of what I expected to happen. So, and that turn didn't go great for us, but he's at 2 cards. As soon as we draw a land, we're in good shape. We definitely lost our attacking force, but that's okay. Alright, well, he's clearly going to play someone, because otherwise you can't attack there. It's a pretty aggressive attack anyway, but alright, well, the Crisis is good. Okay. Here I could play, attack and play the Shanktail, but I think going to the skies is just better. If my Assault Griffin can get in 3 times, we're in good shape, and we'll play another Assault Griffin next turn. So these ground guys aren't going to be too big of an issue, probably. Unless he just amasses a huge army on 1 card. And he just keeps drawing gas, then maybe. But I think for now we're looking pretty okay. Probably hear my dog Stella snoring. I put a video of her up so you know who's snoring in my videos. I try to keep her a little bit quiet, but Bulldog may snore. Deal with it. Okay. So again, I got a Shanktail available, and I guess I could play it and be willing to trade here, but I think right now I'd rather be aggressive. And by aggressive I mean just an Assault Griffin. I'm gonna play a second Assault Griffin, and if he doesn't have an answer for Assault Griffin, alright, so he's got some sort of answer for Assault Griffin. Pit fight. Tower defense. Okay. So it's going to kill my guy. I'm gonna make my guy 6/3, but that doesn't do anything. So okay, well, now he's out of cards. I guess it's an okay sideboard card. I mean, clearly he put that in there to try to get an Angelic Skirmisher. That does make my clock a little bit worse, because, I mean, if he attacks with everybody, I'm in a little bit of trouble. Okay, that's fine. I'll take 5 here. Okay, not really what I'm trying to do, but I'll get the Basilica Guards out there this turn. I mean, I could swing with this guy too and get rid of his Krasis. I think just getting the Shanktail out there is probably better. I think. And if he keeps drawing answers for the air, then I'm in trouble. But I think keeping the Shanktail for now is better. And if necessary, at least next turn I can extort it, assuming my guy lives. And if he plays some sort of flyer and I swing with my Assault Griffin, actually I guess if he doesn't have an answer for my Assault Griffin, I could just win this turn. It's a little bit risky. I saw a Pit Fight. I just saw a Tower Defense. I guess if he plays this card right now, we're gonna know. Something big. Something big. Is that like Biomass Mutation? Nimbus Swimmer. Alright, well, I'm not going to win this turn then. I mean, I guess I'm going to swing anyway. Alright, that's fine. So, I definitely have to swing here with the Assault Griffin anyway. That's not what I wanted to see. Swing with the Assault Griffin, and he has to block. So he blocks, and then I play a Shanktail. Do I live next turn? Take 2 unblockable at least. Block here. Probably block here. Huh. I mean, if he doesn't block, I win. But he's got to block. He's got to block. I can't really attack with this guy, because even if he doesn't block, I don't win, so it's pretty obvious I have to have a trick here to swing with an Assault Griffin, but so be it. So it's not looking great. It's definitely not looking great. If he finds a way to evolve this guy, I'm on a 2-turn clock. That's not good. And I have to block both these guys, otherwise I just lose. So it's not a great position to be in, not going to lie. This game's went from looking pretty good to not looking so hot pretty quickly. Huh. Now, so I can swing for 3, and then this is 4. That's not going to do it. I'm going to swing for 3. Take 2. No, that's not going to do it either. In fact, do I just lose this turn? I'm gonna go up to play a Beacon Apparition. I go up to 4. Up to 4. Take 2. Block. Yeah. I don't think I just lose, but it's definitely turned to shit pretty quick here. Yeah. Well, that's pretty bad. in a super close top decking game, you don't really want your opponent to draw 2 cards. So I'm going to take 2, block. Alright. Well, it's not good, but it's the only option we got, I think. Trying to hang on a little bit. Don't think I can win this game. Alright, well there's a burst of strength, so yeah, I'm definitely not going to win this game. And gotta play quick for next game. Alright, so let's go to the third game. I guess, what are you gonna do? I don't think any of this stuff is better against him than what we have going. Our deck is only but we'll go to game 3. Alright, here we are in game 3. We've got about 5 minutes to get there. God, it's rough. 2 muggings, but no Cretan. Well, I mean, a 2-drop that we can't play. We're gonna run it. We've got 4 minutes 50 seconds. Maybe we should not have kept this, but we draw planes. We're in pretty okay shape, I think. Maybe this is bad. Maybe it's a bad keep. Okay. Ask and you shall receive. If we can go Skyjack into Infantry into Assault Griffin, we might be in business. Oh yeah, I forgot that was in my deck. It's a pretty good card. Alright. Well, those guys will trade. And there's no reason to play around that. Have to be aggressive. I mean, sitting back in case he has a Shamble Shark is not really going to do much for us. Alright, well, I'm just going to play the mugging. I mean, obviously we could have attacked first and waited until he didn't block, but he wasn't going to block. So 1 mana away from being able to run something pretty good out there. Alright, that's probably going to eat another mugging. Or not. We're going to attack if he wants to try to trade. We'll play a Martial Glory, but I don't think he's going to. Or maybe he is. It does slow us down a little bit. We were going to try to play an Assault Griffin, but it's okay. Maybe he's thinking we'll time out here. I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, I play slow. It's definitely happened to me before, but I don't think that's going to happen this time. Alright, we got some removal. We might be able to get in there. Okay. I don't think you can really attack here. Alright. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's see, if I attack, I make my guy 4/4. That seems okay. Actually, I think I'd rather just play the mugging. And I still got a homing lightning, and I got another guy out. I think that's got to be better. I gotta deal damage. That's not what I'm looking for exactly. Homing lightning on that guy. Swing for 4. Yeah, I think I gotta try to win quick. So this may be overly greedy, but it is what it is. Almost out of time. Gotta deal damage. He's at 2 cards. We're both flooding out. If we both flood out, I win. He's only got to draw land 2 more turns in a row, I think. Alright, well, that's not terrible. Next turn, our Warmind Infantry will be good. We will be attacking with everybody. Come one, come all. He doesn't play 2 creatures this turn, or some sort of way to get rid of our guys. We win, I think. That's Big Shamble Shark. Big Shamble Shark means we win. Or Nimbus Swimmer, that's what I meant. Alright, so we win. That's fine by me. Good game to us. Alright, so we won a very close round 1, and we'll move to round 2. Again, I always ask people for comments. Rarely do I get them. Please feel free to give me comments. Even when I play well, play retardedly, let me know what you think. Game 2, maybe I was a little too aggressive. I don't know. I think I needed to play that way. But we'll go to round 2 and see how it goes.